What we doing? Are we stepping?
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video. On today, this is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, click that bell, hit the word all so that you'll receive every notification that comes from Raw Podcast. Also, guys, make sure you hit the like button. It's free and it don't cost you a thing. All right, guys, I got another prospect for you on today. We're going to talk about cornerback Malik Dunlap. But before we get in that, I want to say this. The Detroit Lions and Brad Holmes have been doing a phenomenal job when it comes to the draft, just period. And being able to draft guys later in the rounds and being able to hit on these guys is definitely a plus for Brad Holmes. But at the same time, you know, there has to be a goal. There has to be a goal to be able to get Detroit to be one of the best defenses in the league. And you have to be able to get talent. And when you're looking at talent, you have to be able to turn over every stone. And I think that that's something that Brad Holmes is going to be willing to do this season, to be able to get the pieces to the defense that they truly need. Now, we know that they need a defensive end. We know that they can use another interior lineman, defensive-wise, defensive tackle. We also know that they can use another guard. And we know that they most definitely need another corner. Whether they decide to get that corner through free agency, or they decide to do it in a trade, or they decided to do it through the draft, you have to be able to make sure you do your homework. And I think that that's something that Brad Holmes has definitely been a student of, and he's willing to go out on a limb and get the talent that they're desperately going to need this year to be able to propel that defense to be a top-notch defense. You want to be a top 15 defense in the league, top 10 if you can. And I got this prospect that I got today, Malik Dunlap. He's a very interesting guy because he stands at a whopping 6'3", and he's 220 pounds. And this dude can hold his own. I watched film on him. I thought that this dude was the dude that you know, this is one of them guys that you like, man, his size is very intriguing. His length is very intriguing. I mean, he's just an intriguing prospect, man. You're talking about a guy that's 6'3", 220 pounds, playing the outside corner position. Malik Dunlap is nice. I gotta say that this dude can straight hold his own. And for his career, first off, I'm gonna say this. He played at NC State before he ended up hitting the transfer portal and going over to Texas Tech. And then in his career, he has over 117 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 33 PDs. Yes, you heard it right. He has 33 PDs in his career. And then he also has 4 interceptions as well. And his size can be very intimidating and imposing on receivers. He's one of them dudes that is very imposing and very intimidating out on the football field. You see a corner that is just big as him, you know, and this is talking about like a guy like a Richard Sherman, or a guy like, if you guys remember, Brandon Browner, that played with the Legion of Boom as well. Those are some big guys, man. And then, you know, I know Tyreek Woolen for the Seahawks that they got. And I think he stands at about 6'3", 6'4". So this is a big corner, man. But this dude definitely, man, he can hold his own. He can play press man. He loves to play press man. So he's one of those corners that like to put hands on you. He loves to put hands on you. He can also play the outside man, and he can also play in the zone coverages as well. But his bread and butter is definitely putting some hands on you, getting those big mitts on you, and, you know what I'm saying, getting you off your route. And Dunlap, definitely, man, with his size and his length, he knows how to use it well. I was very, very intrigued about how good this kid is. And you can pick this guy up probably in the later rounds, man. I don't know what round it would be in, probably somewhere, probably for the Detroit Lions, it would probably be in the 3rd round, maybe. But he's definitely going to be on a lot of people's radar. When you got somebody that size, and especially if he has speed, if he has 4.3, 4.4 speed, oh, man. They're really going to be looking at this kid. So it's going to be interesting, man, because I know that the Lions need a number 1 corner. And definitely, man, you can either take that corner through the draft, or You can develop the guy however you're going to do it. But, man, I would love to have a guy like Dunlap on the team. I always wanted the Lions to get some bigger corners, some guys that can impose their will out on the football field. And definitely Malik Dunlap is a guy that you can put on the island by himself, and he can handle his business. He has the speed to stay with the receivers. He has fluid hips to be as big as he is. And the dude is just straight good. And I love everything, man, about his work ethic. I love the size and intimidating size that he has, and that he knows how to play the game of football. If I'm the Detroit Lions, I got to take a look at this kid, Malik Dunlap, because if this kid runs a 4.3 or 4.4, I got to have him on my team. So, all right, guys, leave it in the comment section what you think about cornerback Malik Dunlap. I'm out of here. Till next time, peace.
What we doing? Are we stepping out? Life's been too hard, we gon' make it count. I ain't mad at the world, I'm just living life. And if I came up out the bag, you know I pay the price. The night's too young, let's have some fun, let's paint the town. Let's shut it down, it's our time now. And I ain't going in till the sun come up. And I ain't going in until we blew up the Bucks. Cause it's us, throw it up, live it up. Come with us, we gon' paint the town. Love you right now, hop in the Bentley, let the roof down. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed, it's a vibe tonight. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we